contraception from general practitioners without their parents' knowledge.
Because you didn't want to answer my question, I'll ask you another question. No, you didn't want to answer my question. Because you want to answer my question, I'll ask you another question. That 9-year-old has sex with that 50-year-old, and she now becomes pregnant because she had her first period. Is a 9-year-old ready to give birth? Is a 9-year-old ready? Is her body physically ready to carry a baby and give birth?
What's the youngest age? What's the youngest age that the girl has had birth? No, what's the youngest age? No,
I don't understand. I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand. The fact that I'm trying to say, I said to you, you are not allowed to be in the religion and critique your prophet. You're not allowed to do it. I'm saying to you, bro, a 9-year-old's body ain't even ready to be penetrated by a 50-year-old man yet. I don't care what area you're living in. Her body, you're gonna rip that woman, rip that girl's vagina, bro. What are you doing?
You can't say no to that. You can't say no to that. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Okay, fine.
50-year-old and 9-year-old, no, it can't work.
You got a little sister?
Yeah.
You got an older sister? Okay, you got a child?
Yes, I've got a daughter.
How old is she?
She's 5 months.
She's 5 months?
Yeah.
When she's 9, would you allow a 50-year-old man to mount her and have sex with her? Yeah, no, of course you no. Of course no.
I didn't say no.
Of course no.
Let me finish doing an explanation. According to societal norms, for example, you will say a 13-year-old can't have sex. Why? Because they're doing their GCSEs, or they're doing their SATs, or they're doing this and that. But this is today's societal norm.
Can't justify
I
it.
asked you a question. I said, would you allow your 9-year-old, your daughter when she becomes 9, for a 50-year-old man to mount her and have sex with her? Would you allow that?
What you're asking me,
Yes.
I've explained to you. Aisha, she's a pivotal person
Fine.
in our religion. So you're taking something abstract. Oh, a random 50-year-old having sex with a 9-year-old.
I'm saying body-wise. A 9-year-old's body is not even physically ready to handle that kind of punishment, my
What's
friend.
the youngest a woman has given birth?
Okay, no, but I think that 12 years old, 11 years old.
Doesn't make it right.
So is that okay now? So it's okay. Is it okay, bro?
No, but can you say...
Is it okay?
Two wrongs don't
That's
make
what
it
I'm
right.
No, it's not wrong though. It's not wrong. Even according to
Alright, so
English
when
law.
your daughter's 9,
I'm just saying two
when your
wrongs,
daughter's 9, I want to see you.
It's not about law, it's about morals.
I want to see you because it's not wrong.
Gillett competence. If you have a problem, go to the law court here. According to Gillett competence, a 12-year-old can have sex with a 13-year-old. They can have a baby.
Can she have sex with a 50-year-old? Can she have sex with a 50-year-old? No, can she? You said a 13-year-old.
Let me explain. The reason why here she wouldn't be able to have sex with an older man because it's seen as that older man is taking advantage. Yes? But now you have a 14-year-old who's a math professor in Leicester. So now, Gillett competence is what? When you assess the mentality of that teenager. Do they understand?
Is that a guy?
No, it's true. Gillett competence was a girl. It was a girl.
It was a girl.
It was a
So
girl.
because she's a maths professor, she's ready to be a mum.
No.
Is that what you mean?
The maths professor is a guy. I'm talking about Gillett
Okay, so
competence.
because he's ready to be a dad then?
No.
That 14-year-old ready to be a daddy?
Forget the professor.
Because the professor, that means he can now be a daddy? No. Is that what it means?
What I'm trying to say to you is people develop at different times. You understand? Like a football player. Some 18-year-olds
This ain't no football.
The question is, how does she feel? There's a biological definition.
So hang on. I see you justifying it. I'm going to ask you a question. How do you think that 9-year-old felt? How do you think she felt? Because the thing is with rapists, right, and the child molesters, they justify whatever through their own feelings. How do you think she felt? When that man mounted her and put his penis, how do you think she felt? How do you think she felt? Forget your Prophet Muhammad. How did Aisha feel
Nowhere near
when she was
14.
being mounted by that man? How did she feel?
Adult. It has to be mature.
Who's going to set the rules? Gillett competence.
Who's going to set the
Let's
rules?
not discuss how a 9-year-old
I want sex a kid.
when a man is mounted by
You know what a kid is, don't it? You look on a girl, you know what a kid looks like. You see, like R. Kelly was wrong. He's wrong. I don't deal with age. I'm not dealing with you. I'm saying that you have to be a woman, a proper woman. You know what a woman look like? You know, yeah. You know what a woman look like, innit? You know what a kid look like.
Not really. Nowadays,
Well, boy.
difficult to see.
Well, then you're borderline paedophile, then, isn't it? You're borderline paedophile.
I don't believe that.
That's what I say. Right? What's self-belief? You might think it's
your guy.
yeah, but 18 or young. No, 18 is too young. She's got to be 21.
There's no bloodlines there.
We know that 9 is a well.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line?
Sensitive how late.
So you can't answer.
Back in the day, when they used to see black men with white girls,
Somebody else might think 16. Who's right? Who's wrong? That's how
That's what we agree. No, this country has.
Other countries are different. Just because this country says that 16 doesn't make it right.
No, you're not using.
Yeah, and your daughter.
This time I'm using my comments, that's fine.
That's not the question.
No, this is the question.
You're not really answering my question. You haven't. My point is, there is no set rule.
Would you be alright?
No, the sign of a rapist is the person who doesn't give them
So
down.
my point is, it's what's appropriate now doesn't mean it was appropriate.
He asked you a question.
1500 years
He
ago.
asked you a simple question, though.
Responsibility was different, and it's not one set rule.
I know, but he asked you a simple question. Yeah, man to man.
Right now,
Man to man.
right now,
Yeah, right now.
I can't even think of my
If you read the hadith, there's a hadith where the
No,
Muslim is asked another man.
and I think most men are like that. Most men are like that.
So they were all
So therefore,
Obviously not. You go for a marriage.
so if your daughter went for a marriage at 9, would it be okay?
I'll stand out on the and I'll
You know that she mentally. For me, it's not a question about it's not 21
Or 9.
because you're not allowed to critique him.
No.
right now.
Let's keep it.
No, what's the guy?
Okay, let's keep it real, yeah? Let's keep it 100.
You don't even answer my question. I don't know why you asked me. I asked you. You did.
What was the question?
But you didn't.
For me, for me, I lost my virginity at 16, and that was all right. For me.
You say 16, yeah?
Yeah, and the girl was 16, simple. Yeah, and I can wait.
So I understand in the old days that people married in Liverpool. I understand that
African Empire.
I don't agree with it, but I understand
I mean,
it.
even in America, people like
Whether we agree with it now or not, we have to accept that that's what happened.
No, I agree, it happened. But I won't accept it.
I don't think
I won't accept it.
Then you have no choice but to, because it's done.
What do you mean, no, I have no choice?
It's done.
I can refute it.
It's done.
I know it's done, but I can refute it. That's the thing.
You could
Not
do.
based on
I will.
based on
But then,
Morally, it's not right.
what people are saying now, age for consent for having sex with a girl at 16 in this country, in 100, 500 years' time,
I don't think
people might
it's.
refute that and say,
They will.
No, that
you're going to take the
It all depends on.
They might have happened to be Muslim, but he never said, oh yeah, because they were Muslim, I'm going to do it.
16 is a good margin over the age of most girls. You know that most girls
we don't know that.
about 12.
That's subjective.
He just no empire.
What age is puberty? You talk about
Yeah, 16 is well after.
Menstrual.
No. Those
Are you saying they were only influential because they were Muslims?
No, but what I'm saying is, you're actually in his mind about, the Arabians,
Everyone's
Beg to differ.
is going to be
No,
different.
I'm asking you,
Beg to
were they
differ.
influential because they were Muslim, or were they influential because they were African?
I didn't say, I said, the greatest empire in West 16,
Right?
Muslim empire.
No, but but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This empire today, the British Empire, was Christian. Yes? The Christian Empire. They were out to Christianize the world. That's what they were Christians. Were they great? Listen, were they great because they were Christian, or did they happen to be Christian?
I'm not talking about
There's loads of empires. Roman, Ottoman, Austrian, Moroccan, Moorish.
No, exactly.
They were missionaries who were part of the British Empire.
No, I'm saying
but they weren't promoting.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. Where was Britain great because of Christianity? Okay, was Max and Musa, was the empire great because of Islam, or was it great because they were Africans?
It shows you the British Empire was a
Okay, what I'm trying to say, but you hear what I'm trying to say? Was Mansa Musa great because he was his empire great because it was a Muslim empire, or because it was an African empire?
It was a bit.
It's synonymous. No, it's not. It's synonymous. No, it's not. It's synonymous. It is. It's synonymous. It's synonymous.
All right, then. All right, cool.
Synonymous.
Then show me. Wait. Then show me the great Muslim empire outside of Africa.
It's just said. So what would you say?
Ottoman Empire.
Democracy is.
So okay, when was that?
I said it is.
It ended only 100 years ago.
It only ended 100 years.
Yeah, 600 years.
Okay, so you're all right, fine. So you're now saying Mansa Musa's empire was great because he was Muslim.
It's synonymous.
He happened to be Muslim. What I'm saying to you is, this empire is called great, but they were Christian. They're not great because they're Christian. It's not synonymous.
They were not
The
religious.
religion doesn't make you a great empire, bro.
No, but they were not religious.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They were not religious. They didn't. Mansa Musa was known for his piety. When he went to Mecca, he brought back religious scholars. He established mosques. He established universities. The British Empire, when they went to India, they looted it.
No, they built railroad trains.
They didn't make the Indians Christians. They didn't go there saying this is a Christian
For you to
empire.
say it's synonymous with being African and Muslim, and that's why his empire was great, is you taking credit for something that it just happened to be. The empire happened to be a Muslim. Africans have been great before Islam. Africans have been great before Christianity. They've been great.
Shaka!
They've been great, bro.
Shaka!
If they happen to be Muslim, that's not the reason why they were great. Exactly. They just happen
The
to
great
be Muslim.
Shaka Zulu
Africans been great.
you're dealing with.
They've been great.
No, you've got
I'm saying they've been
you
great.
believe God is a white man. You've got self-hatred. You do. That's why you are smiling, saying, "Oh, Muhammad's a pedophile. Muhammad's a pedophile." No one's ever said that. I said, Islam has been critiqued for thousands of years.
By?
No one ever by non-Muslims.
I'm talking about within Islam. That's what I'm trying to say.
Of course, even within
You're
Islam.
not allowed to critique. You're not allowed to critique. You told me you're not allowed to critique the
No.
prophet within Islam.
No, I
That's
told
what
you,
it is.
if I believe he's the final prophet,
Yeah.
I will not use any of your words you're using. How can I be a Muslim and say, oh, he's a pedophile?
That means-
No,
because you're not allowed to
No,
think.
this is insult.
You're not allowed
This
to
is insult.
think.
We think. Of course we
No,
think.
you're not allowed to think. You're not allowed. The book doesn't think it for you.
No.
The book tells you how you should think, what you should say, what you're not supposed to say, and how you should say it. That's what the book does. The book doesn't you're not allowed to think, bro. Are you allowed to think outside the confines of the Quran? And does that take you out of the fold of Islam?
It doesn't take you out of the Look, philosophers. Where do philosophers come from?
Africa.
Africa, but like I'm saying,
The Nile Valley.
philosophy.
Africa's been philosophers since before Islam.
So if I wasn't allowed to critically think,
Right?
how many Muslim scientists have there been?
How many?
What do you mean? Ibn Haytham, Ibn Sina, all these people, they were Muslims. So medicine, when you come to my medical school, if I wasn't allowed to critically think, why would I go and study medicine?
Now listen, this is what you just said. So they're critically thinking to try and do what? Fit it within the realms of Islam.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. I tell you something.
Islam doesn't-
Muslims bring scientific arguments all day long. And they bring them to fit them inside the mold of Islam. They say, oh yeah, because in the book, it says actually the Big Bang happened in the Quran. Isn't that what Muslims say? Because it said the earth and the heavens were one and then it separated. They're being scientific to put it back in the fold of the Quran. Yes, they are.
Would they agree with something which was fact, what is
Which
outside of
the
the
Quran.
Quran?
Would you agree with the fact from a scientist that's outside of the Quran, that's inside the Quran?
What? A fact.
Such as they'll bring the
A fact. Not bring it.
You
There's
bring the fact.
Okay,
That disagrees with the Quran.
I'll bring the fact. The same fact I always bring. The name of the first man. The name of the first
Okay,
man.
which one?
According to Islam.
No, according to you.
No, according to Islam.
According to you. You don't believe in Islam, so I'm saying according to you.
That's what we're talking about.
No, you're
I'm
saying
talking about a fact
you're saying
outside
the
of
name
Islam.
of the So you bring me the name.
Okay, so the name.
You don't believe in
So the
Islam.
name in Islam for the first man was Adam. Okay, so we're talking about bringing a
according
fact.
to you.
Hang on, we're talking
What is
about
his
bringing
first
a
name?
fact outside of Islam that you would not, because you're not going to accept it too. And Ian's going to show, because he said you're not going to accept it. Now, the name of the first man within Islam is Adam. Now, we know that the first people on the planet were African. We also know that the name Adam comes from the Semitic Hebrew base, which is only 6,000 years old. So that's when the name Adam sprung into existence. There were no Adams in China, there were no Adams in Samoa, there were no Adams in wherever. The name Adam is specific to a language base. However, that language base is only 6,000 years old. But the oldest people are 150,000 years old. How can 150,000-year-old people have a 6,000-year-old name?
How old does the Quran say the earth is?
See what I'm saying?
How old is
this is what I'm talking about.
No, the problem with you.
This is what I'm talking about.
No, this is the problem.
You're not going to accept that, are you?
No, it's not. I'm not going to accept.
You're not going to accept that?
No. The problem.
So the first man's name was what?
No. According to
how?
No.
How when the first
Quran doesn't say the earth is 6,000 years old. You've taken something from Christianity.
So his name wasn't Adam. So his name wasn't Adam.
What is the wife of Adam?
Hawa.
In Arabic, Hawa.
Yeah.
In English.
He wasn't English, it doesn't matter. The first man wasn't English. He should have an African name.
Yes. There is.
Well, it's hard work for him. Let's go. You're gonna jump in. You're gonna get your boys back.
People existed way before all of these languages.
You're not allowed to talk to him.
Hebrew,
The man said you're not allowed to talk. The man said you're not allowed to talk.
Listen.
Understand it. You understand it. You understand it. You have to be willing to listen. So let's say there was no language, right?
No. How do people communicate? There's no language. Anyway. No. What I'm trying to say is the first man or the first people had names. Yes. You have a name called Adam. It existed here. These people are here. You're going to take a name from here and put it way over here and say this is the man's name. Right. That doesn't make sense linguistically. The timeline doesn't match up.
What's your name?
So what's his name?
What's your name?
Because God gave him. My name's Sarah. It doesn't matter.
I will take your name Sarah and I will go now to another country.
Yeah.
They will say I have met someone called Sira.
That's not me. You're talking about someone else. I'm like, you're talking about someone else. You're talking about me.
I was mean you.
Well, that's what you mean, but that's not my name.
How then?
So what you mean what my name actually is?
That's how name.
No, but what I'm trying to
That's why in the same
not understanding.
in different
Not bound by time and
You are not understanding.
Well, the book was.
Did God?
So why is God?
Did God?
The book was though, wasn't it? The Quran. It was created at the same time.
Oh, we left.
Where it was brought into existence.
You're right. It comes down to heat.
What's
the name of God?
Revealed at the same time.
Wait,
On the
what's the name of
timeline.
God in Arabic? What is God in Arabic?
Follow. Did God give the first man a name? Did God give the first man a name?
Good question.
Well, God gave a lot of names and different languages.
I'm getting a specific question now.
Yeah.
Did God give the first man a name?
In Arabic, gave us Adam. In Arabic, gave us
So God gave the first man the name Adam. Yes. He gave him that name. Yes. Yes. So the first man's name was Adam.
in Arabic.
Okay, so then you can't talk about the name changing. The name's always been Adam. That's the beginning. Yes. The name couldn't have changed.
Why? It can't be changed.
You're not even understanding your own argument.
I'll tell you something.
You're not understanding your own
God gave him a name.
Muslims.
God knew the language is not bound by time and space.
You know that.
I don't want to talk about something that's irrelevant. I'm saying to you,
I will talk about
the
name.
name is given by God in the beginning. Yes, which means you can't use, the name changed. Because the name
Gary's here.
from the beginning.
Virgin Maria. All world.
I can't talk to you, man. You're not even making any
In
sense.
Spanish, in Spain, Maria is the Virgin Mary. In English, it's Mary.
You're not
In Arabic, it's Maria.
You're talking about something else. That's what I'm trying to say. It's either the text has changed, the name has changed, or God gave him that name and that name existed eternally up until now. Which one?
The same person that people used to consider the first person on earth was named, let's say, Zuza. But when God mentioned to us in Arabic, was named Adam.
Okay then, so his name wasn't Adam then. He had a name, but we don't know the name. That's what you're saying. So he had a name, but you don't know the name.
No, we don't know.
So it's a made up name then.
Okay. So
in our language we know.
So you
In our language we know.
So I go back to my
But
original.
in their language,
So then I go back to my original argument, my original one. Yeah. which was the first man was 150,000 years old. What's his name? Because his name's not Adam, bro. What's his name?
If you give me a book that his name was Zula, I would say it was Zula.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
You wouldn't know because you follow the Quran. And you say his name's Adam. You would not say his name is Zula. Don't lie.
I believe in Jesus. And at the same time, I believe his name is Isa in Arabic.
Who?
I believe in his name Jesus.
Isa. Well, Isa doesn't
I
translate
read
to
Bible. His name was Jesus.
Joshua.
I know it's not saying.
You know what? You know what you guys have done?
It's a good way.
You know what you guys have done?
It's an example.
You know what you've done?
I'm not talking about.
All right. Is it fair for me?
I'm not talking about that side. I'm talking an example of Christianity. Go ahead.
Is it fair for me now to say that this Adam that you're talking about is just your story? It's not the story of humanity.
It's my interpretation for the name.
No, yeah, okay. So that's the Arabic story then. That's not the story for humanity.
It's not a story. It's an Arabic name.
No, this is what I'm trying to say to you.
Say.
The story of humanity, according to the Muslims, starts with Adam. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is because
as Judaism and
fine, the whole of Abrahamic religion.
The name hasn't
But what
changed.
we're saying is that because it doesn't make sense in the context of the people, that story sprung up with you guys. That's your guys. That's not the story of the oldest people. That's your guys' story. That's not their story.
Can't maybe say Adam.
what do you mean?
So that's your story. Good. That's fine.
understand
I'm fine with that. Your story, not mine. Good. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I mean,
An African name meaning an African
Your
cultural
story.
base. We're talking about the first human being.
He's not.
The first human being. Why is he going to be called?
no, it's not for humankind. No. It's not for humankind. No. It's for you guys.
Is that not something that could
It's
come
your guys' story. It's your stuff. It's not everyone's stuff. It's your stuff.
Why would you say the first? Why would you say
No, it's your stuff.
Why would you say the first man's name was
It's not our stuff. It's not his stuff. It's not his stuff.
Well, it don't make
It's not his
sense.
stuff. It's your
It's a
stuff.
Chinese regional name. The names come from region.
You
the
have no
language.
story. You have no story. We have a story.
From the
Yeah, I
Semitic.
know. I know that story.
Yeah.
I know that.
So I tell
But that's not my story.
So I tell you, I know.
I'm not involved in
You
that story.
don't know.
But you see,
don't
God,
No, I know my story. And it don't start with your story.
What's your story?
That's all I'm saying. I know my story.
Then there's going to be Hebrews, and there's going to be Arabs, and there's going to be
Hell no.
Chinese, and there's going to be
Fine.
English.
That's cool.
Before that even
So then no one, you can't come to me telling me that you got the story from
Salam.
So
Good.
I like would God not know the English language even when the first man was
I
born?
don't know if you know you're repeating yourself, but I like
Doesn't work like that.
you know that.
Talk to him, man. You understand.
Taught me.
You need to get in there.
God not know his language.
I have my way.
I'm not saying the wrong one. Is it
Why I will have to fight with you?
Not everywhere, but
Stick to the heckle.
ban by time and space.
Allah teach me.
But then don't claim it's for humanity then, that's what I'm saying. Don't claim that it's for humanity.
I'm not claiming. It's something that I've been learning. It's our lesson. Our lesson.
You're just repeating what you've been taught.
Yes. For myself. I'm not repeating to yourself.
What's up, man?
You're not thinking about it critically, you're just repeating what you've been
I am thinking and I am convinced. I have my reason, I have my evidence.
I'm sure you're convinced.
I am sure. I am sure what I am doing. I am happy and I'm convinced. And if you would open your mind, you could be as well.
Where's Callum? He needs to change the battery, man.
Okay, that's fine. I have no qualms with you then. I have no qualms with you. You have your story, I have mine, that's fine.
If every nation in the world has a story,
I agree.
why I would have to force you to believe my story and believe yours? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran said, I create you nations and tribes so you will meet.
No, but that's not what actually happened though.
Because we are
That's
not
just your
reading.
story.
Because we are not.
Listen.
Because we are not reading.
That's just your story. It never actually happened.
I'll tell you something. These ISIS people,
Yeah.
they read the Quran.
Yeah.
And they have their interpretation and their explanation of the Quran, and they are acting according to their understanding of the Quran. I don't agree with them.
they
Even though
Are they Muslim?
they are presenting themselves the best, and they are thinking that I am infidel. If they will see me and
Are
they
you
will talk to
infidel?
me, I am, according to myself, no. According to them, I am infidel. For them, I am infidel.
But for you, you're not.
For me, I'm not. For me, I'm happy of what I am reading. Quran is telling me don't do this and don't do that. Do this and do this. I am of my interpretation, my understanding. Each one, even the same book, will have the same. Not all people receive the same information.
Why is that then? Why is that? Why can everyone read the same book and then think of things differently when they
I'm
read it?
telling you, misinterpretation, misexplanation, mistranslation translation.
So then why would God make that so difficult for you to understand?
Say again?
Why would God make it so difficult for you to understand?
God says, I create death and life to see who will be following in the right way and following in the wrong
So we
way.
created confusion.
Create brain. And then we have to follow.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say, but if everyone reads the book, you're saying, some people can have different interpretations from other Muslims, yeah? But why? It's supposed to be God's word, should be very good, and it should be simple, and then everyone follow it. Bang, finish.
It is simple. It's all language is simple. When someone will be honest, they will tell you
So people ain't being
now Sarah was talking about Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah was saying that this is story that we have just said, and now I will go to my friends and I will tell them today I met someone called Sari, while I know that his name is not Sari. And he said this and this and this, and I thought he was lying. I didn't exactly say what he said. I moved it in the wrong way.
If you mix with bad boys,
honest,
bad boys
I
in
will
the country.
I will teach
You mix with good people.
nothing will happen
Good people in the country. You mix
in general.
with people who
That's
do
why
well.
God in the Quran said, وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ. Don't prove an information without evidence. If you didn't see it with your eye, don't say Sarah said. Sorry. Oh yeah. Fortunately, you told me Sarah said.